So I want to start this review off by saying bravo, y'all get on my goddamn nerves. So I'm trying to watch Real Housewives of New Jersey right now for this review, and my DVR didn't record it. So I'm going on demand, and I can watch the episode, but I can't fast forward through. I have to sit through every goddamn commercial. I can't say the F word right now, unfortunately. So then I'm looking online on the Bravo app, and episode 2 isn't even on here because I know with the app there's no commercials. So now I gotta sit through this episode with commercials in it. So it's gonna take me twice as long to try to get through this. Thank you, Bravo, for getting on my effing nerves. And now here's the review. Let's get into it. So as y'all remember, the last episode was stellar. Great way to open the season. Really enjoyed it, surprisingly. And the episode starts where we left off with Teresa storming out of Margaret's house while calling Jackie the see you next Tuesday word maybe over 20 times. So we see that Margaret goes back in. She asks Jackie, what happened? You said her daughter does coke? And she was like, no, I made an analogy that Gia snorts coke to make her feel what I'm feeling. And y'all know Teresa is stupid. Like, she's not gonna catch an analogy. Like, even Margaret knew that was the wrong thing to say, Jackie. Like, you knew she was gonna have that reaction. And I mean, low key, I think Jackie enjoyed to get that reaction out of Teresa. I mean, we know this. Now, for y'all Teresa lovers, I will be fair and say that she could have worded it differently for Teresa to digest as an analogy. All Jackie had to say was, well, Teresa, I'm going to give you an analogy. What you're doing right now is like me saying at Gia's party, oh, I heard Gia was snorting coke in the bathroom. Now, that's how you get the point across. But you know what? Teresa's so stupid, she probably would have got mad regardless. Honestly, this whole mess wouldn't have happened if Teresa would have just owned and said, you know what? I'm sorry for spreading this rumor at your husband's birthday party. It was totally inappropriate, and I'm sure it's not true at all. But Teresa couldn't do that. And it's crazy because Jackie is the one who should be upset, and now Teresa is and made that moment about her. So next scene, we see Teresa. She's just rushing in at her house, and the first person she calls about this situation is Melissa. I love how Teresa starts this conversation. So I was talking to your friend today, and hopefully she's not your friend anymore after I tell you this information. So we already see that Teresa's making people choose sides. So as Teresa's about to tell Melissa what happened, of course she lies and says, oh, well, I only told a few people the rumor. Teresa, you went around every table at the party telling that this woman's husband, whose birthday party you're at, has been cheating on her. You knew what you were doing, and you got the response you deserved out of Jackie. So we know as the audience, and Melissa knows, she's getting an embellished version of the story that Teresa is telling her. Like, of course Jackie didn't mean it that way. And Melissa is clearly giving Jackie the benefit of the doubt, telling Teresa, well, I gotta see how she said it or whatever. And Teresa's like, what do you mean with how she said it? She's trying to stronghold Melissa into being in her corner. As if Teresa herself didn't spread that her sister-in-law was a stripper like 5 seasons ago. And Teresa has no problem with Jackie going on the vacation because she's ready to fight her with her words. Because, you know, Teresa's on probation. And I forgot to say this, but Jackie said she was going to go on the trip, but she was hoping Teresa didn't go because she doesn't want to be around Teresa ever again. Well, girl, you on a reality show, and Teresa, unfortunately, is the OG and main cast member, so she's going to be there. Oh, Lord. So next scene, we're with Jennifer and her family. And this is why I need fast forward so I can get through scenes like this quicker. So Jennifer's having a conversation to her mom about her dad and why she's so mean to him. I mean, she does look like a mean-ass woman. Oh my goodness, now we with Dolores and her family. Oh man, they really trying me right now. Like, y'all, I would have waited till tomorrow to watch it, but I'm on a time crunch right now. Like, I want to enjoy my Friday, because Friday's the only day I don't have to do videos. So she's talking to her mom, I'm guessing, about her current boyfriend, David, and his problems with commitment. Yeah, that was the best Fiends moment. I couldn't tell you what she was talking about. So now we see the ladies all packing for the trip. And then we have Margaret talking to Dolores and informing her about the blow up between Jackie and Teresa. And then we see Teresa on the phone and she's calling Jennifer because she knows Jennifer's going to be in her corner. And Jennifer don't really see it for Jackie like that. So now we're with Melissa and she's on the phone with Jackie and she's going to try to get the real story of what happened. And of course, Melissa starts a conversation by saying, well, I know you aren't talking about my niece like that. And Jackie's explaining herself and saying it was an analogy. And even Melissa knows, well, I'm sure Teresa didn't get that it was an analogy. See, everyone thinks Teresa is stupid and not able to get what an analogy is. Now, I'm going to call it a bullshit, Jackie. Like you're saying, it wasn't my intent to hurt her. You went for the jugular with that comment. Mission accomplished. Don't backtrack. So next scene we're with Dolores and she's talking to her ex-husband Frank. Why aren't they together? Why aren't they? Or maybe they are together. Maybe all three of them are in a throuple. So she's complaining about her current boyfriend to her ex-husband, saying he has commitment issues. To the man she divorced because he had commitment issues. I'm seeing a pattern here. So all the ladies are arriving at Margaret's house. Ooh, her house still looks so terrible on the inside. It looks like 6 different pattern rooms in one. So we find out that Jackie decided not to go on the trip just to make it easier for the other women so there was no conflict. Fuck that. You're not going to try to scare me off the trip that I want to go on just because of some drama that you started. I'd be ready for your ass just like how you ready for me. But, you know, Jackie don't want no conflict, so it's whatever. So Jennifer arrives and Melissa's already there too, and we still see that Melissa still don't see it for her. Because, ooh, Jennifer wore her ass out at the last reunion. I mean, I was for it because Melissa gets on my nerves. So Margaret tells the other ladies that Jackie isn't coming. They're all pretty shocked, and at least it's a common consensus amongst the ladies that what Teresa did, like she started it, she was wrong for that, spreading that rumor. So Margaret's idea is to try to get Teresa to apologize to Jackie. Good luck with that. So Teresa's the last one to arrive at Margaret, and Margaret lets her know, well, you know, Jackie isn't coming. And Teresa was like, well, you know what? I was looking forward to the bitch coming because I was going to annihilate her. Just like how you annihilated her at Margaret's house and you left, you ran out? Okay. I'm glad that a bunch of the ladies are sticking up for Jackie because it was foul of Teresa to do that. Like, you can't make yourself the victim when you started this whole shit. So now the ladies are off to Lake George. Never heard of it. Is it like a Hamptons or something or a St. Bart's? Oh, look at that. Well, at least it's not making noise. That's one thing. So I hope it's not too distracting. So Teresa is telling her side to all the ladies on the bus. And thank you to production for bringing up how Teresa reacted to one of those Kims, those messy Kims from a couple of seasons ago, of how they accused Teresa of cheating on Joe, or vice versa. And she didn't like it. Teresa's really talking about how fine Jackie's husband is right now. Now see, if you just got along with the woman, maybe she can introduce you to a man that her husband knows or looks like her husband. Because they tried to set you up, but you're an asshole to them. Now I also want to bring up something that I've started to notice. So Margaret's friend, who is she? Y'all told me that that's her assistant, but apparently she's like the new friend of. Well, this scene right now that I'm watching, they're editing the fuck out of it because it seems like they're taking out all her speaking parts. So it's just like some random extra mute white woman on this trip with them. Like, let the woman talk. Like, I don't know who she is. I think her name was Lewis, or it began with an L or something, but Bravo is just basically editing out her scenes. And if that's the case, why is she here? So the next scene, we are with Dolores' ex-husband and Dolores' current boyfriend going to a gun range. Really? And I cannot fast forward through this, y'all. Oh my God. I'm so angry. And they're actually like real friends. That's why I'm thinking, is this a throuple? Like they have a 3-way relationship going on right now. Lord, I am so mad I gotta sit through this and can't fast forward. Fuck you, Bravo. Ooh. I also love I can be loud as I want in this apartment. Ooh, love it. I just have this on mute right now. So while I'm waiting for this scene to end, I'm gonna just let y'all know that this won't be my background all the time. I just wanted the first few of my videos to have the little skyline in the back because I just thought it was cute. Anywho, back to this boring ass scene. I don't know. Something about Frank gives me Blue Lives Matter. So now they actually get on the topic of Dolores in this little coffee break room that they're in. And I gotta say, Dolores really went from Frank to this meek, sickly, scrawny man. Interesting. But anywho, Frank is trying to tell David that, he's in the wrong for not trying to commit to Dolores. He's on Dolores' side. He wants to see them win. And saying that Dolores is expecting a ring from you. She wants some type of form of commitment. And he actually tells him that, you're a hell of a doctor, but you suck as a boyfriend. And they actually have the relationship to where Frank can tell him that. Wow. So the ladies finally get to the house, and this cabin, I'm guessing, it looks really nice. It looks really peaceful. So Teresa's being ultra messy right now by bringing up Jackie, saying Jackie's missing out. Lord, Teresa trying to make up all the excuses just so she don't seem like she in the wrong. First, she tried to bring up Margaret trying to come for Jackie's marriage, and Margaret was like, well, I apologized immediately. So then she tries to bring up, oh, she talked about me when the magazine said I was cheating. And then Margaret's like, well, there were actual photos of you, Teresa. Margaret's like, what else you got? What else you got? It's annoying that all the ladies are just treating this with kid gloves with Teresa. They really are scared of her. Or not physically scared of her, but they're just scared of being on her bad side. And it feels like Jackie's the only one who feels like she can stand up to Teresa, and sometimes Melissa. So next scene we're with Jackie, and she says during the quarantine, she's developed a love for cutting her kids' hair. And I'm angry because I can't fast forward through this. I really feel like Jackie should have just went. Forget Teresa and how she reacts. Y'all should have just talked it out or not, It just really feels like she kept you at home. So the ladies are all getting dressed for this affair during the day. No idea. Wow, Margaret's friend actually got a speaking role. Okay, so she's talking about how, Teresa is in the wrong as well. Everyone there knows that Teresa's in the wrong, but they're really not holding her accountable to it. So all the ladies come down dressed, and I gotta say, Jennifer is killing it with this look. I love this black and white. And I gotta admit, Teresa's looking good too. Jackie's body is banging now. How come she didn't use her husband's services sooner? So the ladies are all at dinner or late lunch, but everyone at the table received a text except Teresa. And it's from Jackie. And Jackie's just saying, I hope everyone is enjoying their trip. Have a drink for me. So we see that Teresa actually talked to Gia, and Gia tells her, well, she brought up me, but you made her angry when you brought up cheating rumors about her. And I'm sure you didn't like it when people brought up cheating rumors about you and Joe. So you should just apologize to her. So it seems like Gia just has more sense than her mother to know common courtesy that Teresa started the whole bullshit. And I like how she listens to Gia but doesn't listen to anybody else who says she was wrong. So now they're on the conversation of Jennifer and Melissa getting along. And Melissa kind of pokes fun at Jennifer and saying, oh, well, am I being self-absorbed right now? And Jennifer says, well, there's nothing wrong with being self-absorbed. And then Melissa's like, bullshit, that was an insult and it was kind of rude. So now we're getting back to what happened with them at the past reunion. Because as y'all know, if you saw the last Jersey reunion, Jennifer was the star of that. So now they're rehashing this conversation. It looks like Jennifer is past it, but Melissa is the one that's holding on to it. So yeah, Jennifer apologizes. And like I said, it looked like she really didn't care about it. Unlike some Housewives and other franchises, it's easy for Jennifer to just say, you know what, I'm sorry. Let's move forward. Lord, are we now back again on Jackie? And Teresa's just saying, okay, well, I don't think I did anything wrong. And these women sure got a lot to say in their confessionals, but just can't tell it to Teresa that she's just dead wrong. Anywho, so the ladies get some shots sent to their table by some fans, and then they cheers, and that's where the episode ends. This was very meh, but the next episode looks pretty good because it looks like Teresa's up with her same bullshit, and now Melissa's going to be on the end of it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to something interesting because this one wasn't that much to work with. But yes, I'm going to start editing and try to get out Jersey and Salt Lake City tomorrow, Friday. Anywho, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Bye.